what I'm saying?
Oh, it's all good, man. You know what I like about this?
What's that?
I get you guys. I get you guys in your natural habitat. You know.
Yeah, I appreciate that. You know, it's nothing like getting it organically. You know what I'm saying? Getting it organically is where it's at.
Well, that's what I like to do, man. I don't have a script, and you know, Oprah Winfrey. That's how she became successful. She didn't have a script. She was able to relate to people. Yeah, if you go back and look at there's an interview with her from like the '80s, man, and they, you know, people often asked her why she's so successful, and she said, you know, I'm real. You know, I don't use a script. You know, it's all about relationship building and having a conversation. You know.
Oh, true. I can dig that.
So
that's real. I can dig that.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, and so my interviews are off the cuff. Just I ask whatever. I don't embarrass anybody.
Okay.
I like to. I mean, really.
Okay.
This is this is a mutually beneficial interview and relationship because one, you know, I'm playing your music.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Oh man, your music is good, you know, and I like to offer that value prop with my site, you know, that I actually know you guys and I interview you. This should only run, you know, maybe 30 minutes if you got the time. And
yeah, I got 30 minutes. That's cool.
For the folks that are watch this, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna record this and I'm gonna upload it on the artist interviews page that I have on my site.
Okay.
What I do is I go on and I just kind of listen for people, and I look for people with a different sound that are really into what they're doing. You know, you're not fake. You know, you don't have this veneer about you. You are true to what you do, and that's what I look for in the artist. And then, man, that check a bag track, because I think I saw you do that live, and I was like,
yeah, performing that live. Yeah, I definitely done that live a few times.
Man, that was tight. That's what got me. You know.
Man, I appreciate that.
Oh, listen, man, I come from the era of Public Enemy, NWA, Ice Cube, Onyx, Naughty by Nature, LL Cool J, Missy Elliott, and the like. You know, that's my era. Okay.
Right.
And see,
I do.
so tell me how you got started. First, let's start with your logo. Where'd that logo come from? What was the idea behind your logo?
Well, that's a very good question. Well, I'm a very big GZA fan. GZA from Wu-Tang. And GZA got this project called Liquid Swords, where it's like, you know, the swords is you know, your tongue, and the words is like you know, those are swings, those are your slices,
right,
if you will. So I came up with this logo where it's like it's two swords on a battle axe. If you look at it, like the stem of the K is like an axe, and then the two, you know, legs that's coming out of the K, if you will, are swords. So that's why I came up with that logo. I'm like, man, this is my liquid sword. It's a battle axe mixed with a sword, because I feel like my flow pattern it can be unorthodox, but it's still on beat, and I'm real focused on my lyrics. So that's why that logo just came to me. I drew that logo like just doodling, and it just came up with it. Had somebody, you know, fix it up for me and clean it up.
It's sharp. I like it. Because I was looking at it, because I don't see it in a lot of your stuff, but when I started looking on YouTube more, I noticed it, and I was like, man. And so you said the RZA. I'm a fan.
No,
GZA. Okay, yeah. Okay.
GZA,
yeah, man. Wu-Tang. I have a brother, man, who loved Wu-Tang, and he actually introduced me to the music. And I've been following the RZA's career, man, for 20 years. So,
RZA is definitely a great man. RZA is incredible.
Yes.
From production to creativity.
So tell me, let's start from your humble beginnings. Now, you mentioned Kankakee, Illinois.
Yes.
So.
Born and raised.
Okay, cool. So that's funny, because I think I told you I had a friend of mine live across the street from me, because we lived in University Park, which is now Park Forest South.
Yeah, I know what that's at. Yeah, I know exactly what that is.
That's my old stomping ground, man. So. a friend of mine that lived directly across the street, they would go see their family that was their vacation every summer, going to see family in Kankakee. So tell me.
Oh man, like a vacation.
Yes. Well, you know how we used to roll back in the day, you know. So tell me how, you know, where you started, how you mastered your style, and the way you flow. Who were your influencers? Who influenced you? And how did you know this is what you wanted to do?
Well, man. Well, my first influences, it probably started back just hearing the music that was played around me. Like my mom was real big into music; she used to love it. My uncle used to rap, and you know, it just had like aunties, just music lovers. So a lot of the time, back in the day when they used to sell CDs, they used to have like the entire like booklet for the album, the verses, the hooks, all this stuff. So I used to see how much it influenced the people. So then I just started reading into the booklets, and the more I read into the booklets, I'm like, man, like, you know, these people are saying something. So I just started writing myself, saying if I could be as creative with the words, that just so happens that it started sticking, and I just started getting better and better and better at it. Started getting to the point where I just started writing and rapping to beats, well, more so songs, because I didn't really have instrumentals too much when I was younger.
Right.
I didn't really start instrumentals, so I was probably like my later, like in high school, something like that is when they started getting instrumentals. But I used to just write those beats, and it just put me in a different place, man. I just always felt good. Like I don't know, it's hard to explain, but ever since then, I just been like, yo, this is what I'm gonna do. Regardless of what I gotta do, this makes me feel good. I gotta make it happen.
You know, it's funny because a lot of people will send me their tracks, you know, whether it's whatever genre it is, and very few people have their stuff mastered. It's not as I mean, yours is tight. Who do you use to master your? No, seriously though, man, it's like your vocals are so crisp. You know, I can crank your track up, and I'm not hearing any static, but some of the tracks that I get from some of these other folks, I'm like, that's one reason I offered mastering on my website, because I'm like, man, I got to clean these up before I post them, you know, or play them on the radio. Yours are just clean. So whoever's doing your mastering, man, they're doing a damn good job. So I'm just telling you, your stuff is tight.
Man, thank you. Yeah, I got to give credit to my engineer Biz, man. He be hooking me up, man. He right for it. He's sharp. Trust me, man. Sharp.
Well, he's doing his job. So tell him it's real, and it sounds really good on the radio. You know, it sounds real nice. So back to you kind of gave me a little synopsis of your how you developed your rap and the way you write from your history of your relative rapping. Let me ask you this. Well, first let me say this, and you know this is true. There are a lot of people that can write some lyrics, but they cannot rap. And in rap, you gotta have a certain sound or tone to your voice, and you can have the best lyrics in the world, but if you do not have that sound or that tone, ain't nobody listening. You have you do, because what are you, baritone? I mean, you have a unique sound to your voice, and now I'm telling you, that's why I kept listening, and I was listening to some more of your music, and I said, man, you don't sound like anybody else, you know? Oh yeah, man, because I
try my best not to.
No, you don't. You really don't, and you sound really good, like you've been doing this a long time, man. And so I wanted to say, keep doing what you're doing, because you have a sound. And I think I saw you on the Beat Locker. You did a Beat Locker interview. Where's the Beat Locker?
Yeah.
Where are they located?
Yeah, the Beat Locker is I'm originally from Kankakee, but I've been living out here in Arizona for a little while now. And Beat Locker, they're like a radio segment on a radio station out here. They have a radio station called 101.FM. They play a lot of the old, like more old school hip hop.
Yeah.
But every Sunday morning, 7 to 10, they play a lot of local artists. So they were doing a segment where they were doing like a little show. A lot of the local artists were coming out, and they had interviewed me. So they was, asking me little questions as far as, my influences and how do I feel about the culture, things of that nature. So the Beat Locker, they're pretty popular out here, actually.
Okay.
They're real popular. Yeah.
Yeah, see, because I hadn't heard of them, and I saw it, and I was like, man, let me dig into this, because obviously you did an interview there.
Right.
So I just how are you for the up and comer rappers? Because again, you got people out there that are in different stages of their career. So where are you right now, and what are you trying to do, and how do you compare yourself to the rap we hear today? Because your rap is not that stuff we're hearing on the radio. I think yours is, I mean, I'm old school. I think yours is better. You have a legacy sound, and that doesn't mean that it's old garbage. You have maintained, I would say, the hip hop cultural sound and the writing and the lyrics, where you have a pole position about you, where you are writing how you feel, and I can tell how you rap that you have passion. You into it. So I know I know I'm asking you a lot of questions, man. But I'm really happy to interview you.
It's all good.
And
it's all good.
Yeah, man. I like your music, man. So go ahead.
Well, as far as where I'm at currently, I'm definitely in a fair position where it's got me at a beginning point where it's starting to become lucrative.
Yep.
Where I'm going is I'm trying to get in a position where I can be comfortable and provide everyone around me that assists me with their independent opportunities as well. Because I got, my production, like the Checker Bag.
Yep.
The Sounds Up Productions, them the homies.
Right.
So, I'm trying to get in a position where, they can have a platform, things like that. I'm not really caring to be the super big guy that's number one. That don't really matter to me, And as far as where I feel like mine sit against what's present, I feel like I have something that a lot of the core hip hop people will appreciate, and that's what matters to me more than being the popular kid amongst my peers. You know what I mean? I don't really care about that. I look up to guys that's far more elite when it comes to creativity. Like Scarface is my favorite rapper.
Yep.
So if I'm in a position where I can be at least compared to or admired by people who like him or him himself feeling me, that's cool with me. I'm straight. I'm cool on that. That's all.
You're humble. You're very humble. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I can tell by your personality and the way you rap, man. I mean, I knew when I sent you a message, I knew you would respond, just because you're personable. I can tell, man. I mean, you kind of know. You know what I'm saying? You kind of know. My favorite rapper, DMX.
DMX definitely my top five.
Hey, man. He's on the bucket list. If I can meet him, I'd be a happy man. Actually ran into Tretch from Naughty by Nature on an airplane, man. Yeah,
Tretch is cool.
Man, he's cool as hell, man. He is real cool. So what advice do you have to give the other rappers, the up and comers? What kind of advice do you have to give, given? Because I just uploaded a guy. His artist name is Format. He's from Long Island, New York, and he's in a different level. I think y'all might be at the same as far as your careers, because I think he's doing shows as well. But what kind of advice do you give these guys? Because, man, it's a hard hustle. I don't care what you're doing. Whether you working at Walmart as your third job, how do you stay focused?
Well, first and foremost, I'm passionate about it. Like I really, really love music, predominantly hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that if you are compassionate about something and you do things for the love, the creativity, those things just come to be. Like it falls in your hands. Trying to do something for, a lot of times for money or just for some sort of popularity, a lot of times that don't always work out. A lot of those things don't stick.
Right.
I mean, I'm a big believer in like energies and stuff like that. So if you're compassionate about a certain things, you surrounding yourself with those energies, it's common sense, if you will, that it would come back around. That's the whole karma thing is about. Karma is about what you put out comes back, to you, the 360.
Right.
So I feel like if you really love it, you're compassionate about it, man, just do it. Give it all that you have, man, because you can't do nothing but go up.
Right.
As far as those, your day-to-days, I understand sometimes you got to have an income to keep your head above or pay for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All I got to say is, man, sometimes you got to sacrifice little things, in your life in order to get something greater down the line, because nothing really happens overnight. A lot of the people that grow big overnight, they normally aren't successful long term. So that's another thing with artists. They can't let that like get to them and discourage them. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times that's discouraging. I know a lot of people that's really good artists, but they just can't do it because of how discouraging it is for certain people. They gets the opportunity, but they don't really take advantage of it and carry it torch correctly. So I would say, man, just keep your heart in it, keep your passion into it, and I feel like if you put that energy out there, it's gonna come back to you, without a shadow of a doubt, 100%.
Well, no, that's good to hear you say that, because that's the same thing that Nate Wood said, and you can tell the people that are out there hustling and are passionate about it. There's a common theme. And it's the ones that they have their heart in it, and they're doing whatever it takes to stay on that path. You have a vested interest, because that's what you want to do, and that's what you like doing. And you got to put your work in. And I know that. I've been around a little while, and I know anything that comes easy, it's not gonna last.
Exactly.
You put that work in, though, and you do the right things, and you remain humble. Like you said, it'll come back to you. And it's not that we do it so things come back. It's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do. So what's next for you?
Well, the next move is just, I got a project that I'm working on right now called A Dying Breed. I got to drop a couple of the singles already. One of them called Rubber Buck is doing pretty good. It's slowly climbing. So, in the next few months, that might be, top up there, as far as my best single so far that I've dropped. So yeah, it's climbing. So I'm just taking it as it comes, man. And right now that's the main focus, is just trying to get this project together, trying to get these visuals out and get them, create them in a format that I feel like is artistic. So I'm just trying to put out a complete project. I want this album that I'm about to create and drop, I want it to be like, yo, this guy is one of the ones. You know what I mean? That's my main focus right now. I got little shows here and there, nothing like soon. I got stuff like top of next year coming. But as far as the rest of this year, I'm strictly focusing on finishing up this project, trying to drop it at the end of the year in like December. So that's the focus right now. That's what I'm doing. Okay.
All right. Well, listen, one, I do appreciate your tweets back to me. I'm just, because I do work a full-time job. So I try to hit that stuff when I can. But right, no, you know what I'm saying? So I really, really do appreciate that. And, whenever you stay in touch, okay? Because I know you're going to blow up. All right. But don't forget, I got an interview with you.
Right. No, I ain't gonna forget you, man. I'm not gonna forget you. I'm not gonna forget you.
But just, if you want me, because what I would like to do with you is I'd like to, and I do this with certain artists, a block of your music. you know, play like 45 minutes of your music. And there's another guy, Sean Bracey. Y'all are consistent with your tweets, man. He's in St. Louis, and I'm going to do the same for him as well, because he's up there. He's trying to get out there and do the same thing. And so, you know, all you guys communicate, network, and all I ask is that you know, if these guys reach out for advice, you know, just ping them, you know, help them out if you can, because really my website, this, again, all this is to create a networking, an internet networking, internet radio platform for the artists, you know, to bring y'all together and then expose you. Because I'm gonna tell you, man, this thing has blown up that I'm doing. I mean, it is, I'm getting artists from every genre. I'm actually going to start a country hour because I was asked to do it by a country artist. Wow. Yeah, man. So
that's what's up.
Yeah, man. It's fun to me, and it is growing, man. So, you know, when I get to interview people like you bring more credibility to what I'm doing, you know, because you're legitimate, and you're going to get there, man. So, thank you. It's a wrap. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate you, man. Definitely, you know, playing the music, reaching out, all that support, man. I do appreciate that, for real.
Nah, listen, man, I love doing it. No problem, no worries. And you know, I'm. What's great about this, man? I'm a text away. You know, I'm a text away. So if you want me to play some more, just let me know. I'll upload it. You get the auto tweet, the social media feed.
Oh yeah, definitely. When I'm gonna have to get your email, because once I drop the project, I'm gonna like shoot it to certain people, like exclusively to check it out and all that. Okay. So I'm definitely gonna need like your email. If you can DM me that on Twitter, that'd be perfect.
Oh yeah.
So I can put it on my, you know, on my email list. Okay. For the project when it drops.
All right, I'll do that as soon as we conclude. Well, listen, man, I'm gonna let you go. It's about 30 minutes. Thanks for your time. Good luck with what you're doing, and stay in touch. Okay.
Definitely, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, when I post this, I'm going to play some of your tracks in the background, and they'll have the title of them, okay, when I post the interview. All right?
Okay.
And I'll send you a link. Thanks. All right. Hey, man, enjoy the rest of your weekend.
You too, man. Thanks.
All right. Take care.
Yep.